Wagwan foodies, welcome back to Shari's Kitchen. Today we'll be making chocolate covered strawberries. So it's the extra love season and I have something preparing, but in order to complete it, I have to do some chocolate covered strawberries. All right. So today I'll be using 2 packs of chocolate and I have a semi-sweet chocolate chips and also a classic white chocolate chip, and I'll be using the entire pack for this recipe. In addition to this, you're going to also need 2 cups, simply because they said to dip the chocolate it's better if you use a cup versus a bowl. You're also going to need a bowl to melt the chocolate, and we'll be using it over a pot of boiling water. I'll show you that later on. You're also going to need something to decorate your strawberries. So whether it's a piping bag, one of these things, I forget the name, whatever you want to use, even a spoon. You're also going to need a tray, baking sheet, whatever it is, lined with parchment paper so we can rest the decorated strawberries on it. I must mention that I did wash my strawberries earlier and they have been drying on paper towel. So my small pot of water started boiling up and I just turned the flame all the way down. So if you notice, this bowl is bigger than the pot because we want the bowl to sit over the water and not in the water, because you don't want to burn the chocolate. We're just trying to melt it and keep it as smooth as possible. So just take your time, it won't take long. Just have a little patience here, and then it will start to melt as you are seeing now. So whether you're using a spoon or a spatula, you just want to take your time and mix while the chocolate is melting so you can have a smooth consistency to the very end. All right. And this is how we are looking. So now you're going to remove it from the pot and I'm going to pour this out in one of the cups that I have. Okay. Now we're doing the same thing with the white chocolate and it is just as good, and we're going to put that in the second cup that we have, and we're going to start dipping now. So you can see the consistency, and if at any point it's getting a little too thick, you can go ahead and pop it in the microwave for like 10 seconds or so. So this is my first time doing covered chocolate covered strawberries. It had its challenges. I'm not sure if it was maybe the place was a little too cold, but I find that the chocolate was getting very thick quickly, so I actually went ahead and warm it. So right when I warm it, it will give me the feeling that I'm looking for, which is that smooth and a little runny, but sometimes it did get thick up, which wasn't so easy or nice, but I worked with it and it wasn't too bad. They actually came out nice. So I'm just dipping some between the dark and the white, and we're going to decorate some of them later on. So as you see, when I dip, I just go ahead and wipe off the excess on the edge of the cup. So some decoration can be done when the chocolate is dry and some wet. So if you want to add like sprinkles, as soon as you dip it, you just add the sprinkles right after. Or if you want to add nuts, like I'm adding now, this is some crushed walnut, you add it right after you dip it. I'll be using chocolate to decorate the others. So right now I'm just going to rest this in the fridge and allow it to dry. So this is how they're looking. I just take them out of the fridge and I'm proud of myself. It's actually not that bad. So here's where the hard part started. So I wanted to use this thing to kind of do that little design, but the chocolate was so thick I couldn't go through with it. So I had to pull out one of my piping bags, and this worked out so much easier. So I would say if you're doing this for the first time, I would say to try out the design portion with a piping bag. I think it's way much easier. If you don't have a piping bag, no worries. You can use a Ziploc bag and just cut one of the edges and it worked just the same. So everything kind of look good now, foodies. What you think? Except for that trial and error one that I have, I'm going to fill it with sprinkles. Now we are all done. Look at my chocolate covered strawberries. For my very first time, I think I did a really good job. Comment down below and let me know how you really think I did. So with the few tips that I shared, this is a very inexpensive, fun, thoughtful, very sweet Valentine's gift that you could give to your partner, or you could both prepare them together, because as I said, it was really fun. So foodies, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, comment down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Happy early Valentine's. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.